सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः। हर्यातीतरसीव धगवारिसगुगैल அறிவாயிரமி பரமாத்துமன் அருணாச்சலரமன் பரிவாழ்வுளம் முருகானல பரனார்ந்திடு குகையார்ந்து அறிவாம் விழித்திரவாய் இசம் அறிவாய் அது வெளியாம் அண்ணாமலையாய் அடியேனை ஆண்ட அன்றே ஆவியுடல் கொண்டாயனக்கோர் குறையுண்டோ குறையும் குணமும் நீ அல்லால் என்னேனிவற்றை என்னுயிரே எண்ணம் எதுவோ அது செய்வாய் கண்ணே காதற் பெருக்கே தருவாயே கண்ணே உந்தன் கழலினையில் காதற் பெருக்கே தருவாயே ஓம் அதிமதுராபஹஸ்தாம் अपरिमितां मोदभान सौभाग्याम् अरुणाम् अतिशयकरुणाम् अभिनवकुलसुन्दरीं वन्दे। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं। Now we shall chant the Gita Dhyana Shloka. ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवतां नारायणेन स्वयं गीतां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीं अष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्ब त्वामनुसन्धधामि भगवद्गीते नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया तैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृततुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो धोक्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता Dugdham Gitamrutam Mahat Vasudhe Vasutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Yesterday, with respect to buddhi, that is understanding, we saw what is sattvika buddhi, tama dharma and adharma, what is karyam cha akaryam. No, wait, I am going to Rajasi. Pravrittim cha nivrittim means what is the meaning of pravritti? Going into this world and withdrawing from the world. Karya akarye, what is to be done, what is not to be done. Bhaya abhaye, what is the source of fear and what is the source of fearlessness. Bandham moksham cha, and what is bondage and liberation. One who knows very clearly all these things, his understanding is of sattvika understanding. Whereas one doesn't know dharmam cha, adharmam cha, karyam cha, akaryameva. Ayatavat prajanati. He wrongly understands. He is not able to understand rightly. So his buddhi is rajasic. Why? Because his buddhi is actually already covered with tamas. And now because his buddhi is very agitated and restless, vikshepa shakti is acting, that is rajoguna. He is not able to see things clearly. He is not able to understand. And worst, if it is totally covered with the ajnana, tamas, then what happens? Not only he doesn't understand, he argues that the opposite is right. Meaning, adharmam is dharmam only, he argues. And whatever the scripture says dharmam, he says no, it's all nonsense. So whatever is adharmam, he says dharmam only. So, sarvartan viparitamsha buddhi. So everything he sees in a very different way, means viparitamsha. So his buddhi, his understanding is of tamasika nature. So where are we? We should only introspect and find out whether we are having sattvika buddhi, rajasika buddhi or tamasika buddhi. According to our understanding, our life, is that not so? According to our convictions, our life. If our understanding itself is faulty, then our life will be, shattered. Is that not so? See, that is why I tell you, because of so much rajas, we mess up things in life. And not only we mess up, and we destroy ourselves. Otherwise, we can live here happily, but alas, we don't know how to live happily. Now, after finishing those things, now he is taking up dhriti. The other subject is dhriti. Dhriti means fortitude. So earlier, Shankara has defined dhriti as what in different context. He has defined dhriti as even if the body and the mind is exhausted and very tired, but still you pep up some sort of energy and enthusiasm to still continue. If it is your dharma, if it is your kartavya, still you go on and on and on. That fortitude is called as dhriti. He explains somewhere else. So here, dhriti also of three types according to the guna veda. Whether it is sattvika, rajasika or tamasika, dhriti also can be defined in three ways. Now, he is going to talk about the sattvika dhriti. 33rd verse. Dhrutya yaya dharayate mana pranendriya kriyaha yogena abhyabhicharinya Avyabhicharinya. Dhriti sa partha satviki. Dhritya yaya dharayate. Mana pranendriya kriyaha. Kriyaha. Kriyaha it is. Dhriti sa partha satviki. Here Shankara says, Dhritya yaya avyabhicharinya iti vyavahitena sambandhaha. So that Dhriti avyabhicharinya, meaning what? It is not slipping away, which is very firm. Avyabhicharinya. Pralada Udhriti. Pralada solluvaanga Tamil. Pralada means what? It is not changing. It is very firm. Avyabhicharinya yaya dharayate mana prana indriya kriyaha. Dharayate kim mana prana indriya kriyaha. Manaha cha pranaha cha indriyani cha mana prana indriyani tesham kriyaha cheshtaha ta uchchastra marga pravrittehe dharayati. See, this is what is beauty of Shankara. What is fortitude, satvika fortitude, dhriti, by which the mana, the mind, the prana and the indriyas, the sense organs, they are restrained and uchchastra marga pravritte dharayati, and it is not allowed to go astray. Meaning what? Whatever the Shastras have said, we have to walk in that path. Sometimes the mind goes away in the opposite direction. So that fortitude, that dhriti is one which will restrain the mind and the senses going away from the path of Shastra and bring it back. So that is what is dhriti he is defining here. Beautiful definition. Uchchastra marga pravritte he dharayati. So whenever it tries to go away from the right path, then that to bring it back. See, சில சமயம் என்ன செய்யணும் கேட்டா, the mind and senses are very, very turbulent and dragging away. So it is as if palla kadichu kanna moodi, you have to just do the right thing. Meaning what? You should just. So that you need some sort of inner strength. So that is what he is saying in satvitude. You are determined that you are not going to walk that way and you are going to walk in the right path only. And then you bring back the mind and the senses and whatever their activities, cheshta means their activities, to the right path without giving in to those demands of the minds and the senses. So that is the satvika dhriti. So this is possible yogena avyabhicharinya. When we practice yoga, yoga means what? Again and again trying to bring back the mind from the objects to the object of meditation. It may be the Atma, the self, or whatever, the Ishta Devata. So like that if we practice, avyabhicharana means continuously, constantly, then even in the world, you can dictate terms to your senses and mind and not allow it to go away and to bring it back. So this is called a satvika dhriti. So etad uktam bhavati avyabhicharinya dhritya mana prana indriya kriya dharayamano yogena dharayati iti. Because he is adept in yoga, his senses and mind are under his control. So even when he is functioning in the world, so he is very, very determined that his senses and mind should not roam away. It should listen to him and it should remain wherever he wants it to remain. So this is a satvika dhriti. How beautiful. The same sort of a quality, when it is applied for the higher, it is called a satvika dhriti. ரொம்ப பிடிவாதக்காரன் சொல்லுவாங்க தமிழில். He is very stubborn. நினைச்சதை சாதிச்சிருவான். Whatever he thinks he wants to somehow accomplish it. So if that can be applied to the higher, then it becomes a virtue. Otherwise, sometimes it can become a sort of a, ரொம்ப பொல்லாத குணமாக கூட ஆயிடலாம். Meaning what? Something he holds on to foolishly and then he works on it. That is also you going to say, what is that? Tamasika dhriti. For that also you need dhriti only. So this is satvika dhriti. With respect to our sadhana, with respect to our self-control, with respect to our living for the higher, whatever dhriti is there, that is satvika dhriti. Okay. Now what is rajasika dhriti? Yaya tu dharma kamarthan dhrityadharaya Arjuna palakangshi dhruti sa partha rajasi yaya tu dharma kamarthan dhrityadharayate Arjuna prasangena palakangshi dhruti sa partha rajasi. Yayatu, by which dharma arthan, dharmaha cha kamaha cha arthaha cha, dharma kamartaha tan dharma kamarthan dhritya yaya dharayate manasi nitya kartritva rupan avadharayate he Arjuna. Meaning what? By which dharma means what? His duties. Here in this context, dharma means his duties. And kaman, arthan. So whatever he sets his mind on the pleasure, kaman, desire, and arthan means creating wealth, earning, spending, and he is at it. Dharayati means what? He is at it. What may come. In his mind, he is very determined. In life, Panan Kasula yaran madhika matanga. Nobody will respect me if I don't have money. So he is determined now. See, it's the same quality, determination, that fortitude he has got, vidapudya, to pursue it continuously. What may come. See, that is towards what? See, towards his duty is wonderful. Dharma, towards his duty. But sometimes we say duty, until the end we say duty and we die. So we don't think of anything higher. So that kind of a attachment mode, that kind of this thing towards the duty, that is at least acceptable. But when he is determined to earn, spend and enjoy, see, for that also you need dhriti, right? Nobody can sort of distract him. He is at it. Dharayati. Nitya kartatva rupan avadharayate Arjuna. He thinks this only has to be done, so I will do it. What may come. See, there are certain people, they are very successful because of this dhriti only. See, big industrialists, and if you go through their lives, they, whatever may be the setback, they don't give it up. They go on and on and on. That is how they are successful. But in the world, here Gurudev interprets prasangena means it is full of attachment and also phalakangshi. He is very clear, he wants to achieve such and such, outcomes and goals. He is at it. Dhriti sa partha rajasi. That kind of dhriti, fortitude, is called as rajasik. Why it is called as rajasik? Because it will keep him only here. Whereas the sattvika dhriti, if he applies it in his own spiritual sadhana, in control of his senses and mind, and on the contemplation of the higher, then will take him to the Lord, to the self. But this kind of dhriti, where he feels this is what has to be done, because he doesn't know anything else. See, he doesn't believe in God much. Okay, but he doesn't much believe in God. He doesn't know about the changeless substratum of the changing phenomena. And he has not been taught, and he has not thought about it. So whatever he knows, only the world. So, if you are successful means what? You have to earn and you have to lead a very comfortable life. And you should be able to spend. That is how he knows. Therefore, wealth is everything. And then naturally his mind is full of desire. So to fulfilling the desire is what is life all about. And some name and fame also. Yeah. Kanchana, Kamini, Kirti. Three things only he knows. He knows wealth. Kamini means indulgences. And then Kirti, name and fame, power. So for that he is very determined. That Dhriti. Whatever may be the setback, he will not give up. He will go on and on and on. That also you need Dhriti. Some people name that child as Dhriti. It is feminine, Dhriti Ravartha. So they name their girl child as Dhriti, but that poor child, I don't know, what will it become? So here, Shankara defines prasangena as yasya yasya dharma dehe dharana prasangha tena tena prasangena falakankshi. So here he says prasangena means whatever presents itself to him, that and that dharma and kama and artha he pursued diligently without giving up. So phala akankshi means with desirous of achieving the fruits or accomplishing the outcomes, he functioned the world. See these multinational companies, these MNCs and all, they have got targets. Either you achieve it or just go away. Perform or perish. So they are driven. See this, they also got so much of bhakti. Some people, they lie low for some time. This is also because of dhriti and applauds. But alas, they are cheated. They cheat themselves because they don't know what is what. They don't know about vasanas. They don't think also, why I am behaving this way? Why all the other people are behaving in different ways? They don't know. And they don't care. Papa Punya and all, they don't much care. If it is there, it is fine. But now I want to achieve. That is how they function in the world outside. So we also, most of the time, function this way only. We want to achieve something in the world, we go to any extent, do anything and do it. So I was told, I don't know, hearsay only, Alexander was told, if you have to win, conquer, then you have to go and look at the eyes of the owl. Ande patade the serene. He did it, it seems. Why? That much he wants to win, conquer the whole world. Huh?
Owl is considered a sign of wisdom in the Greek culture.
Oh, okay. Anyway, thank you for telling that. So he was looking at and also you know what? Owl is Vahanam of Mahalakshmi. Do you know that? It is said in our this thing. Mahalakshmi, Swahanam. So maybe that also. Anyway. And then what is the Tamasika Dhriti? This is very, whenever it comes to Tamasika, it is very, very relatable. And it is very inspiring, interesting. I don't know why. Yaya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madhamevacha navimunchadi durmedha dhrutissa tamasi mata. இங்கே அப்படி போட்டு அங்கே அப்படி போட்டா ஓகே யதா ஸ்வப்னம் பயம் சோகம் விஷாதம் மதமேவ ச ந விமுஞ்சதி துர்மேதாஹ dhruti sa partha tamasi. But in this version, dhruti sa tamasi mata. Both are okay. Different reading. We don't know how the different reading comes, Somehow. Both are accepted because the meaning is same and the idea is the same. Jaya, Jaya means by which Dhriti. Swapnam, here Swapnam means Nidram. Swapnam is not the dream here. Shankara says in his commentary, Swapnam means Nidram. Bhayam Shokam. Shokam means sorrows. Vishadam. Vishadam means what? That kind of a depression, despondency. Vishadam, Madam evacha. Madam means what? That kind of pride, arrogance. Not munchati. He will not give up. He holds on to that. Sleep, I cannot compromise, I can compromise anything. Sleep, I will not. Dhriti. சும்மா இல்லை, அதுக்கு ஒரு திருப்தி வேணும். Continuously to hold on and to pursue that, you need a dhriti. மனசு திருப்தி இல்லைன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, இன்னைக்கு விட்டுருவோம், பார்த்துப்போம், நாளைக்கு தூங்கிப்போம். திருப்தி. I know why she's laughing. For so many reasons she's laughing. So, bhayam. Some people, they are so scared of everything. And whatsoever you counsel them, they hold on to their fear. They don't give it up. Na vimunchati. They don't give it up. Sometimes even they may see a point. Bhashya. Bhayam. And shokam. People, they don't want to give up their shokam and moham. You know what they say? They enjoy even that. There is some sort of pleasure in remaining shoham. Everything will be all right. So they give their back. Like on the Naikutti Madri. They don't give up. They want to drown in their shokha. They don't want to give up. Similarly, nobody wants to give up their moha also. It is not here written here, but moha also. We don't want to give up our delusions. And vishadam. Vishadam means despondency. Nowadays, I am very depressed. Depression, okay, it may be a mental state or maybe whatever may be the reason, but you have to pep yourself up and come out now. Because you are going to live only for a short while. So if you go on wasting your life only in depression and do not want to come out of it, meaning what? We are destroying ourselves, our own lives. But that also you need dhriti, it seems. It seems. He is determined to be despondent. Maybe he must be a correspondent. I don't know. சும்மா வார்த்தை சேமோன்னு சொல்கிறேன், நான் எழுத்தமிக்கல வருது. Despondent. And madamevacha. Madam பிடிச்சு அலையறான்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? Madam means what? He is very full of pride, arrogance. What he says madam means, Shankara says, Vishaya sevam atmano bahu manyamano matta ivi madamevacha manasi nityam eva kartavya rupataya. So what he thinks, Vishaya sevam, to indulge in pleasure. Atmano bahumanaha. He thinks that is his kartavya, that is what he is here for. So he doesn't give up indulging. Power has gone?
Yes.
So please switch off those lights behind. So he doesn't give it up. Now those who know, please do it. Otherwise you switch off something else also. Anyway. So therefore, na vimunchati durbuddhihi, durmedaha. Durmeda means what? Kutsita medaha. Whose buddhi is actually perverted. Durmedaha. His buddhi is perverted. So his dhriti, that kind of a dhriti, sa dhriti, tamasi mata, or sa partha tamasi, that dhriti is tamasic dhriti. So therefore, the sattvic dhriti will liberate you or will take you to the self. The Rajasic Dhriti will keep you in this world only, and this Tamasic Dhriti will drown you in this samsara. See? See, though in a very lighter vein it is said, he doesn't give up. He is determined to continue with this shoka, moha, bhaya, vishada, etc. But we see in people around, we see in ourselves also. Sometimes we are unable to come out of it. Chhod do yaar, move on. But we can't. So, as if we have got that kind of a quality, we are unable to give up. That also we are unable to give up. That is called as dhriti, na? Not giving up is dhriti. Determined, firm. That is called as dhriti. So here he is unable to give up. So this is a tamasic dhriti. Okay, now everything is over? No, not yet over. So jnanam. What are the different types of jnanam, knowledge? And then karma, the action, karta, the doer, and then buddhi. Buddhi means what? Understanding with which we act. And dhriti, the sort of fortitude, determination we act. These are all the different aspects of same karma, please understand. Without jnanam, how can we act in the world outside? The knowledge. What is our vision? Knowledge means what is our vision? Are we able to see oneness, or are we able to see only the differences? Or see only the part and think everything is that? See, that is jnanam. Then how it is different from understanding? Understanding is buddhi sambandha. But it is a sort of a jnana, means a vision of life. Knowledge. According to our vision, our knowledge, all our other things, activities and everything in life. And then the karma. And then the karta, the doer, and with what understanding he does, and the dhriti with which he does. But all these activities are for what? See? For what? Only for one reason. Sukha prapti. Dukkha nivritti sukha prapti. Sukha prapti. To be happy. Is that not so? Why we do everything in this world? To be happy. But by doing everything, we become very unhappy. That is the irony. Dukkha nivritti. Somehow we want to avoid sorrow, miseries, and we want to be joyful and happy. Why we have come to this satsanga, to this course and study Bhagavad Gita? We have a hope that maybe after studying and contemplating Bhagavad Gita, our life may be different and we can be peaceful and happy. Is that not so? Why a person get married? Because he thinks, maybe after that I may be happy. Now I am not happy. Maybe I may be happy after that. What a thought. And then, I have to have a child, I have to have a child. Why? Now I am not happy. But if I have got a child, the குழந்தை சிரிக்கிறத பார்த்து எவ்வளோ ஆனந்தம். ஆனால் மூச்சாவும் போகுமே. Telugu people are already wondering. Mucha means? See, that is why I don't handle babies, Good, you have it. I only enjoy their smile and everything. And you have it. என்ன சுவாமி தோத்தியை கழுவிட்டா போச்சு. It's okay. கழுவுக்கு சொம்பெடுத்து. So the idea is what? We need happiness always. We think by doing this, by doing that. If I go for a vacation, I'll be happy. And then he comes back, he or she, exhausted, tired. Happiness is not in the world outside. It is in the mind, state of mind. See, even if you keep your mind healthy and happy, your vacation can enjoy. But your mind is unhealthy, full of some sort of confusion. Wherever you go, you take your mind. So you don't enjoy anything, actually speaking. And we are very greedy. We want to cover so much in so little time. So we run. Fire in the mountain, run. Fire in the heart, run. So we run everywhere. And we want to enjoy. As long as we are in the Triputi, experiencer, experienced, experience. It is alpamevacha. Alpa means what? It is all limited. And agamaha apayinaha. It comes and goes. It cannot satisfy us. This moment is true. But the past is all false. The future is unborn, false. This moment is true. Because I am eliminating it. Okay? So therefore, every happiness. So this happiness also are of three types. Very interesting. Because of the guna bheda, because sattvic, rajasic and tamasic expression. So therefore, what it is all about, we will see. Sukam tvidhanim trividham shrunume bharadashabha abhyasadhramate yatra dukkhantam cha nigacchati sukam tvidhanim trividham shrunume bharadashabha abhyasadhramate yatra dukkhantam cha nigacchati. See, now you understand how difficult it is to sit behind this camera, because you have to be always alert and attentive. If you are not, you would not have known. After even half an hour, you would not have known. That is why it requires a lot of attention. We respect that. It requires a lot of alertness and attention. That is good. Now, here in this verse 36, Sukam tu idhanim trividam. Even the sukha, the happiness here, idhanim trividam, of three types. Shrunume bharadashapa. Listen from me, O the best among the Kuru clan, or Bharadashapa, Bharada clan. Please listen to me. It is of three types. Abhyasad ramate yatra. So, out of habit, we enjoy, we revel. Is it not so? Because we know, we have experienced coffee. So every day, the same time, we have to have coffee. Abhyasat, habit. Ramate, we enjoy. And we think the happiness is coming from the coffee. But I don't understand. It is so bitter. How people drink coffee, I don't know. That too, filter coffee. At least instant, okay, paravalla kanjam. Filter coffee. If I say this, Brahmanas will banish me. But we think, oh, filter coffee. Like that. Abhyasat ramate. And because of habit, sheer habit, we revel in that. Yatra dukkhantam. As if we think dukkhantam, end of all our sorrows. Chanigacchati. See, you know what you should understand is a statement. Happiness means what? Reveling in which we think all the sorrows are sort of taken care. All the sorrows end. That is what we think, na? That is what is defined as sukha. Reveling in which I feel very happy and joyful, and that is the end of all my sorrow. See, he is not saying that when you revel in the world, all the sorrows will end. You should not understand that way. You understand this statement. See, Chidwanji, in his footnote, he says, actually, this second line has to be read along with the next stanza or next shloka of Satviki Shuki. That we have to take it there. That is more, meaningful actually. But anyway, Shankara has commented part of this shloka only. There, abhyasat, parichayat, we are very familiar. Again and again, we ramate ratim pratipadyate yatra yasmin swanubhave dukkhantam cha dukkavasanam dukkoshamam cha nigacchati nishchayena prapnoti. So it means what? Sukham is what? Whatever is familiar and whatever we have been doing, we want to do it again and again. Whichever we feel conducive to us. That is what we call as sukham. And what is dukkham? But something, then it becomes dukkham. Or the sukham, if it goes away, we feel very miserable. The conducive objects, if they go away, we feel very miserable. So this is how we understand about sukha. So when we indulge in sukha, then we think all our sorrows will end. Nishchayena, we think very surely that it will all end. So this is how I see it. Maybe it is a little different from what Shankara has explained or what Gurudev has explained in his commentary, but this is how I see it, maybe. So this sukha also of three types, of sattva, sattvika, rajasika and tamasika. Now we will see what are those three. Yattadhagre vishamiva pariname mrutopamam tatsukam satvikam prottam Atma jam yattadagre vishamiva pariname mrutopamam tatsukam satvikam proktam Atma buddhi prasadhajam. Yat, that sukam, agre vishamiva. Agre means in the beginning, it is like poison. Vishamiva. Pariname, but after some time, amrutopamam. It is like a nectar, nectarine, amrutopamam. Sukam is sattvika sukam. What is this? I don't understand. Shankara comes to our help. Yattat sukam agre purvam pratama sannipate jnana vairagya dhyana samadhi arabhye atyanta ayasa purvakat vishamiva dukkhatmakam bhavati. See? Sanskrit namak puriyudana? Sanskrit namak puriyudu. Meaning what? Whenever we try to do any sadhana, restraining the senses or the mind or sitting for meditation, it becomes very difficult in the beginning. Is that not so? Ayasa means what? As if so much of effort is required and then we want to give up soon because it is all very painful and difficult. Like a poison, very difficult. Even jnana vairagya sadhanam. And because of jnana vairagya, whatever we practice, dhyana abhyasa, the samadhi abhyasa, initially very difficult. So vishamiva, as if it is like poison. Poison means we don't want to drink. Is that not so? Similarly, we don't want to do. For some people, really, the satsangs like vishamiva only. They don't. They go that way. They don't come inside. Vishamiva. But pariname means jnana vairagya, vairagyadi paripakajvam. When you gain that knowledge and that vairagyameva abhayam, and when you abide in yourself, amrutamiva, sukam amruta upamam, that sukam cannot be compared to anything. Amruta upamam. So initially it is like visham, but later whatever you enjoy is like amrutam. See, that ordinary person cannot appreciate or understand. The joy experienced by a person of self-control and a person of samadhi abhyasa, ordinary person can never understand. Because ordinary person only knows the pleasure which is gained through the contact of the senses with the sense objects, or some sort of praise, some name and fame. Only he knows little bit. He doesn't know anything else. So when the mind is so prashantam, very quiet, there is so much of joy in it. Because our nature, our true self is blissful. When the mind is so quiet, it becomes a wonderful medium from where the Atma Sukha can express. When the mind is agitated or confused, the same mind will not become a medium for the Atma Sukham to express. Therefore we feel little, onnume illada mari. That is called as dukkam, we say. There is no sukham means dukkam, we say. So that is why he says, tatsukam satvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. Atma buddhi means what? One's own. Atma here means one's own buddhi. Prasada, when it is quietened, whatever is born out of that, jam means whatever is born out of that, that sukham is satvika sukham. So we only think sukham can come from objects. But how come in the deep sleep we enjoy? Please think. If you think only the sukham or the happiness is gained from the objects, in deep sleep there are no objects, not even the experiencer. Or maybe it said experiencer there in a very subtle form or whatever form, bija. But still, we experience sukham. We get up and say, I slept wonderfully and I enjoyed my sleep. We say. We don't technically go into what is sleep and who enjoyed. No. All of us, even Pamara makes this statement. I had a wonderful sleep. I really enjoyed. So it means that even without the object, even without our contact with the object, there is joy somewhere within. What is that joy? Please think. So our scriptures say, here Shankara says, Atma Buddhi means what? Atmano Buddhihi, Atma Buddhihi. One's own Buddhi or Antakarana, the mind or Buddhi, Atma Buddhehe, Prasado, Nairmalyam, Salilavat Swachhata. When it becomes very pure, like the water, like when you go to, they say in Kailash, the Manas Sarovar, it is so pure it seems. But now I don't know what these people have done to it. But anyway, they say it's very pure. So, which is there in the high altitude, which is not polluted, is so pure. If you go to Canada, you can see that. Thank God. Pure. People are very, very sensitive. So very pure. So the mind, when it becomes very, very pure, Nairmalyam, Salilavat means like the pure water, Swachhata, Tato Jhatam, Atma Buddhi Prasadajam, that is called as Satvika Sukham, which is born out of that pure mind, which is very quiet, not disturbed or agitated. So in that undisturbed mind, pure mind, the Atma Sukham itself is reflected, and that is Satvika Sukham. That is why when we listen to wonderful music, mind quietens. See, through japa and dhyana also mind quietens. But for the beginners it is vishamiva, very difficult. But music, if you have got that taste for music, just mind quietens. And nature, when you go into the nature, so beautiful, mind quietens. Wherever the mind quietens, then Sattvika Sukham expresses. When there is true love, mind quietens. But when there is lust, you know what happens? The mind is agitated, disturbed. When there is lust and passion, when you want to possess and enjoy, the mind is disturbed and agitated. There you cannot experience the joy. But when it's true love, the mind is quietened. See, even in the world, we say, na, அந்த அம்மாவை கண்டா கையெடுத்து கும்பிடணும் போல தோணுதுன்னு சொல்லுவோம். See, some old ammas, they look like divine, some devatas only. அப்படியே கையெடுத்து கும்பிடணும் போல தோணும். அவங்கள பார்த்தாலே மனசுக்கு அமைதியாக இருக்கணும்னு தோணும் நமக்கு. Meaning what? Whichever quietens our mind. That varies from people to people. Huh? Maybe that Amma's daughter-in-law may not have the same idea. So everything is relative, see. So wherever, whichever, by whatever the mind becomes quiet, then the Atma reflects. So in that pure mind, what? Salilavat swachata tato jhatam. From where that sukham which is born out of that pure mind is satvika sukham. When we play with the little children, that is what happens. We also become like a children. Means what? No worries, no imagination about the future. We are in the present, just playing, and egoless, actually speaking. But children also, when they grow, they become little different. But when they are very young, they are very sweet. So what it means? Whenever the mind is quietened. But when you get attached, mind is not quiet. Why? When you get attached, you don't want to lose. That is the problem with attachment. You don't want to share love with others. You are beloved with others. When you get attached to someone, you are disturbed because you don't want to share the love of your beloved with others. You are always scared that somebody else will come and take away my beloved. Take away means what? My beloved would sort of become more and more affectionate to that other person. That we cannot accept. So, in attachment we all disturb always. But in true love, meaning what? If you are not attached, you set everybody free, then there is love only, there is nothing else. No strings attached, they say. There, whatever happens, there is only joy and there is only peace, there is only auspiciousness. So please observe in your own self how the mind plays. Very sad. So that sukham is sattva sukham. Then what is vishaya sukham or the rajasika sukham? Vishayendriya samyogat. See how beautiful this Gita Shastra. How beautiful this Gita Shastra. See, Vishayendriya samyogat. Yattadagre mrutopamam. Pariname vishamiva. Tatsukam raja samsmrutam. Vishayendriya samyogat. Yattadagre mrutopamam. Pariname vishamiva. Tatsukam raja samsmrutam. So the verse number 37 and 38 we have to mark and we have to understand and appreciate. What about the Rajasika Sukha? That is gained when the Vishaya Indriya Samyogat. Indriya means the senses. When they come in contact with the sense objects, Vishaya. See how clearly defined. Vishaya Indriya Samyogat. When the senses come in contact with the sense objects, whatever pleasure we experience, that is Rajasika Sukha. Why it is called as Rajasika? Because Agre Amrita Upamam. In the beginning, Amrita Upamam. It is like Amritam only. Wonderful. But Pariname Vishamiva. But in due course, it becomes Vishamiva. Like poison only. Is that not so? And Gurudev in his commentary goes on and on and on. When Gurudev gets inspired. Reverse, that's what I am saying. That's what I'm saying. This Gita Shastra is so beautiful. Satvika, that is what, this Gita Shastra is so. It is the 38th verse, right? So, Gurudev here says, Rajasic happiness arises only when the sense organs are actually in contact with sense objects. Unfortunately, this contact cannot be permanently established, for the objects are always variable. And the subjective mind and intellect, the instruments that come in contact with the objects are also variable and changing. The sense organs cannot afford to embrace the sense object all the times with the same appetite. That is true. And even if they do so, the very object in the embrace of the sense organs withers and putrefies. Wow, what a language. And putrefies. Padaga palum pulikum. Putrefies, raising the stink of death. No man can fully enjoy even the passing little of joy that sense organs give him. For even at the moment of enjoyment, the joy possible in it gets unfortunately tainted by an anxiety that it may leave him. See? இது இப்படியே இருக்காதே போயிடுமே. That is the seed of dukkha in even the sukha. இன்பத்திலேயே இருக்கிறது துன்பத்தின் வித்து. The seed of sorrow is there in the joy only. What is the seed? This joy will not last. This idea is a seed. So, a wise man, he lives in the present. He enjoys everything and doesn't hold on to anything. He is a free person. But a bound person, he cannot even enjoy the present because he is so anxious. And he cannot enjoy anything. So that is the sad part of it. Think of anxiety that it may leave him. Thus, to a true thinker, the temporary joy of sense objects are not at all satisfactory, since they bury the of sorrow. This sort of happiness is classified as the Rajasic type of happiness and is generally pursued by men of passion. That happiness which arises in our bosom when the appropriate world of objects come in contact with the sense organs, you need a thrill that is nectarine in the beginning, but unfortunately vanishes as quickly as it comes, dumping the enjoyer in a pit of exhaustion and indeed into a sense of ill-reputed dissipation. That is what Gurudev talks about, this Rajasika Sukha. Though we are thrilled, Amrita Upamam, but Pariname Vishamiva. Everything in the world is like that, Very sad. But we don't learn lessons from life. We don't learn any lessons. History is repeated again and again because we don't learn lessons. The sense we invest too much on some people or somebody, but when we get disappointed, it is very painful. Is that not so? We invest too much. Our mental energies. We say a lot. Unfortunately, the other person also undergoes change. And you also, please understand that. That which is wonderful at a point of time may not be wonderful at another point of time. All Maya. I tell you, this world is full of Maya only. Because we have got so much of expectation. But everybody can behave according to their swabhava only. And heart of the heart, we want everybody to behave as we expect. We want to control. See, it's all messed up. So therefore, Rajasika Sukha means what? We don't understand anything about life. Ordinary gains, immediate happiness. So you go to the restaurant and order food and eat, and then faluda you drink, this, that. Then you don't think about the sugar content in it. You don't worry about the spiking of the sugar and all. But when you are always worried about that, you cannot enjoy anything. Yo, sugar eridumo. Poi tolayudu. Appadi kadiyadu enna solrena? You have to be wise. Some fellows, mad fellows, எப்போ பாரு ஏதோ ஒன்று கட்டிகிட்டே திரியிறாங்க. Always watching what is happening to blood sugar, blood sugar, blood sugar, blood sugar goes up. What will happen to my sugar? Or pressure. See, madness. அதுக்காக 4 வருஷம் ப்ரெஷரே செக் பண்ண மாட்டேன், அப்படியும் இருக்கக்கூடாது. Somewhere in between. So, pariname vishamiva tatsukam. See, he says, Shankara says, Vishayendriya samyogat yattat sukam jayate agre prathamakshane nu solrar paanga. In the first moment, amrita upamam, amrita samam, pariname vishamiva. Why vishamiva? Bhala, virya, rupa, prajna, medha, dhana, utsaha, hani hetutva. Because too much of indulgence, it destroys all these things. Bala, strength, virya, our vitality, rupa, form, our beauty, our physical appearance, prajna means what? Our awareness, medha, our memory, yes, utsaha, our enthusiasm, hani hetudvad, because it's a cause for the destruction of all these wonderful things. If you think about it, Sukada kriyate Rama bhogaha. They indulge. Paschadanta sharire rogaha. What is the end result of the indulgence? Sharire rogaha. Yadhyapi loke maranam charanam. Tatapina munchati papa charanam. Yadhyapi loke maranam sharanam. People at the end, they take refuge only in death. But Allah still they don't give up their papa acharanam. That evil conduct. So it is said very clearly. But Swamiji, we find in the world even those actors and others who are like indulgent only, but they are very, very smart and beautiful, handsome. You don't know. Actually, you don't know. It's all outer glow. Inside, we don't know what it is. We can only know about ourselves, na? See, இன்னொரு விஷயம் சொல்றேன். When we are always indulgent, we will not have that strength to resist temptation and to control our senses and mind. And our mind space will not be available for higher contemplation. I am telling you. It is always occupied with the worldly things only. That is why brahmacharyam is very, very essential. And brahmacharyam is what? Self-control, self-restraint. Even for grihasthas, only this much, not beyond, is self-restraint. And for brahmacharis and sannyasis, it is total. So that the vitality is preserved, conserved. Bhala and virya. And medha, memory. You understand and you remember whatever the scriptures have said. Otherwise, medha gone, memory gone. Too much of indulgence means memory gone. Prajna, everything gone. And not only that, adharma tajjanita narakadi hetutvad. Whenever a person is so indulgent, he cannot be fair. Is that not so? He doesn't care about others' pain or pleasure or joy or sorrow. He wants his own quota of happiness, joy. So he goes to any extent. So that leads to only naraka. Adharma tajjanita narakadi hetutvacha pariname tat upabhoga viparinamante vishamiva tatsukam rajasamsmritam. So that sukam is a rajasika sukam. Smritam means what? Please remember that this sukha is, rajasika sukha is, initially it is like amrita upamam, later doing also. Why? I have been doing for the past 10-15 years, nothing is happening, Swamiji. I don't know when something will happen. Sometimes we are very frustrated also. Nothing is happening. That is as if dead end. Some Mahatmas are there, they don't worry about that also. Why? Chumma ellame time pass mari. Even sadhana and satsanga also is time pass for them. வீட்டில் போர் அடிக்குது என்ன செய்யணும் தெரியல, சரி இங்கே வந்து உட்காந்துருப்பாங்க கொஞ்ச நேரம். நல்ல சாப்பாடு கொடுக்குறாங்க, சாப்பிடுவோம். நல்ல ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, பேசலாம், கரெக்டாக அரட்டை அடிக்கலாம், ஜாலியாக. They are not serious about anything. Whether they are jnanis, we don't know. So for such people, even if they don't reach any dead end. Why? They have not started that journey. So how can you reach a dead end? Only when you start the journey and go somewhere, you can reach a dead end. Na? Nothing. Maybe they are happy also, we don't know. So therefore, Rajasika Sukham, it cannot lead you anywhere. Therefore it is said, Rajasastu Phalam Dukkham. At the end of the day, what it leads you to is only sorrow, nothing else. Please think. And then what is Tamasika Sukham? Aha. Yadagne chanubande cha Sukham mohanam atmanaha Nidhalasya pramadhottam Tattamasamudahridam Yadagre chanubandhe cha Sukham mohanam atmanaha Nidhalasya pramadhottam Tattamasamudahritam. But with respect to this Tamasika Sukha, Yad Agre, in the beginning also, Cha Anubandhe, in the end also, this Sukham, Mohanam Atmanaha, it deludes the self. In the beginning also, in the end also, Mohanam, it deludes the self. What is that? Nidra. In Nidra, there is nothing, no awareness, no clarity. And you don't gain anything except the body is recouped. That is fine. But from the sadhana standpoint, see, only when the body is fresh, mind is fresh, we can do sadhana also. I am not denying all those things. But during that avastha, deep sleep, there is only ajnana. It is said there is only ajnana. It covers the self and you are not aware of anything. So, Mohanam Atmanaha, it deludes the self. Therefore, it is said, during Nidra Avastha, you cannot do any sadhana. Only in the waking you can do. And if you do real sadhana in the waking, maybe it can continue even in the dream, but not in the deep sleep. But some people say, even in the deep sleep, something undercurrent works and all. That may be true also. But here, that sukham which we gain out of nidra, that is a great sukham, na? In sleep also. That is why the children, they sleep. Why? Because they are blessed. And these oldies, they are always jealous because they don't get sleep. Hello, why are you sleeping? Why are you sleeping? Why are you sleeping? They say. Because they can't sleep, no? When somebody is sleeping. So, but this sukham which we get out of nidra is aladhi sukham. But it mohanam atmanaha, it deludes the self. Therefore, for a seeker it is said, our Bhagavan says 4 hours of sleep is enough. What? Yes. But what kind of a seeker? One who is always contemplating on the self and not doing anything. Not doing anything means what? Not into the world too much. But if you are into the world too much, but the body and mind will be tired only, exhausted, then you need rest. Like great seek, like tapaswins and mananashila, munihi and all. For them, they are very sattvic and they don't too much trouble themselves. So for them 4 hours, he says, enough. And for Jnani's case, we can't say what it is. It is different. Because Turiya Avastha means all the 3 in one. All the 3 merges into one. Waking, dream and deep sleep becomes Turiya. So therefore it is a different case. So Nidra and Alasya. Gurudev, I will go somewhere and do nothing. Do nothing means what? I will get up late and eat whatever I like. Aha, what a wonderful thing. Some people will be thinking in their, I don't know who is thinking. Alasya. See, if you are in your household, then you have some other duties to do now. Some people, they have to go to get some milk at least in the morning. In the pani yaar milk. They come and drop it in your own house. For a few days. And they do nothing means what? Alasya. No japatabam, no worship, no dhyanam. That's what you said in a Swamiji one day. You just go away somewhere, don't do anything, but watch your mind. And watch, observe, and see only Brahman in all the 8 murtas. See only Brahman, see only God. That is the discipline there. That is the real distracted. Try to see one in all, in many. And pramada. Pramada means heedless. In this world, not to worry or think about anything higher. It is sukham only, na? Is it not so? See, some people say, Swamiji, we were all right actually. We were happy. But after attending satsangs, we become miserable now. Because we know where we are, we know what is the goal, but we know we cannot do it also. So we are very miserable now only. Before at least we were very happy. Ignorance is bliss, they say, na? So we were ignorant and we were blissful only. Chuma poi saaftendu thoongindu cinema paathu nanga jolly-a dhaan irundhom. You only said, oh, it's dukalayam ashashvatam. We never thought it was dukalayam ashashvatam. We were enjoying only. We listened to you unnecessarily and we came to your satsang. And now after listening, we really become a dukhi. Instead of becoming happy, joyful, we become real miserable creatures. So, pramada, uttam tat udahadam, that sukham is tamasam. So, we will see a little more about this and then proceed in the next class. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. With this, actually with this 3 types of sukha, this kind of topic is over. Now Bhagavan is going to take the varnas, the 4 varnas, and what it's all about. In the next section he is going to take that. And how we have to do our duties according to our varna ashrama dharma, and how we can purify ourselves, how we can lift ourselves. So that is what is going to be the subject matter of the next section, next portion, the same chapter.